Hey YouTube, who's your Piper, aka Mark, coming at you. I'm in a parking lot and just getting ready to go into another appointment. And it's raining, and maybe the day has me more introspective than normal. Just got done. I'm actually in another county than the one I work in. I just got done with an interview at this county's jail. Do you think people ever truly change? I mean, they talk about jailhouse religion, and I think it's a legit thing they talk about. I think people, when you don't have anything else pulling at your life, pulling at you, distracting you, and you have limited resources, I think it's easy to get religion, or it's easy to get fully involved with some 12-step program, NA, AA, whatever. And when you do time for several months, you basically get cleaned out. Your system's not under any kind of influence at all from any outside substances, generally, because unfortunately there are people who are able to get substances and other things into the jails. But spent some time today talking with an individual, and for whatever reason we connected. And I'm very wary of how I don't give any information out about myself. I don't offer advice. It's not my job. My job's something totally different. But sometimes you just make a connection, I think on a human level. Sometimes people are nice, and I try to be respectful and provide people with the dignity that they deserve. And had a really good conversation with an inmate, and I had a few minutes to kill before I got into the next appointment. And I was just thinking, I really hope that they change like they say they are. Quite honestly, the opiate crisis that has led so many down a path of addiction to heroin and other drugs is it affects people's lives. I mean, a lot of people that I interact with, they get addicted to opiates on a legit prescription, and then that prescription ends and they're stuck, and they turn to the street to either to begin to try to manage pain, or because their body is craving that narcotic so badly. And it leads them into a very dark place where they do some very dark things to try to feed that addiction. And ultimately they get caught for one thing or another. They end up in the system multiple times. They spend several months. I come talk to them, and I hear the same story over and over and over again. This time it's different. I'm going to change. I really am. I'm changing all of my acquaintances. When I get out, I'm not going to go back to my ex's house. I'm not gonna, do whatever, XYZ. And usually I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And maybe I'm just jaded. Maybe I just see how it really is. Be interesting to hear your thoughts. Leave me a comment. Do people really change? I hope so. Till next time, Hoosier Piper.